field. You're not necessarily looking at some teams that handle all sides of the pitch, or all three phases of the pitch on their end, offensively and in the midfield. Well, most teams do 2 out of the 3. So, but they at least perform in all 3. They're not, you can perform on defense still. You may not be the best at it. The defense, though, is the one that's the most lacking. That's the one that I feel like everybody's so good offensively. You've got to be able to deal with the scramble. There's going to be teams that put a ton of pressure on you, and I think that's kind of the spot that lacks, and I think that's the issue for Dignitas right now.
Yeah, Dignitas, their defense lacked previously, looking for their offense to maybe fit in a little bit, and Yukio immediately off that crossbar. Hopefully not a sign of things to come, as Hibbs now works his way down the pitch, beats our Yoras. Yukio can secure that back boost, but Hibbs goes ball over boost. Panda sends it right. Yoras cannot get there. Central by Gottmiller. Shot on target. Yukio to save it away. 1 minute gone. No goal scored just yet. And a couple of chances either way. I'd like to see the style that we know Dignitas like to play with their passes. I'd like to see them play that a little bit more cleverly, where they're not just sending passes in, because there is an opportunity to go for a pass over a shot. I'd like for it to be an intelligent pass where you know the ball is going to be getting to a teammate and you're not just giving it away for an interception.
Yeah, you want to... Whoa, Smilla going to sneak one in there into that upper 90 on the left side, coming off that right wall. I thought that one was going to be wide, but I was very wrong. That one sneaks in just barely. Actually, Yukio may have made the touch there to knock that back in.
Yeah, Hibbs was going for the bump on Yukio in the net, sends him round for the in-and-out save, and Yukio in not a great position to save it, but Panda wanted to get an immediate reply. Does not get it as Yukio up at the back. Only him does get beaten out by Hibbs, caught by Panda, but a poor touch, sends it high.
Goal
and a roll-away goal for Breezy.
Freebie goal for Breezy there. Hibbs with a great challenge there against Yukio on the ceiling. Causes a quick shot down for Violent Panda, who can't get the touch that he wants out of it. Doesn't read it quick enough. Ends up leaving an open net. Breezy rolls one in.
The defense on Dignitas already showing cracks. They've not done the job that maybe he would hope to in the brief break that every single team has during this format. Singularity with one of these shorter breaks after coming off their gigantic load of overtimes. They had, I think it was 6 minutes 37, then an 8 minutes 9 or something like that in overtimes. 8 minutes 39. Like they had 15 minutes worth. They've played a lot of Rocket League already. Will that serve to keep them warm, or will it just have tired them out because they've near enough played another series on top? Panda hoping that Hibbs would be tired, but he does get that save instead.
Ooh. Glorious. I thought he was going to get that one. Ends up going high off the crossbar. Breezy coming down. Yours going to have it. Violent Panda looking to get in the way of Smilla. Can't get the touch. Knocked away, and Hibbs may have a freebie. He's on the wrong side of the ball, though. That's going to be a tough one to get back in.
Yeah, no doubt. That was a freebie for Hibbs. I think he expected that to be as free as it ended up being. So he immediately went for the dribble instead. That will end up letting him down as Breezy now getting to the corner and with the double tap. Hibbs, though, up, anticipating the touch to not occur. Yoras mechanically gifted on that left-hand wing, will whip it around Hibbs. Caught out by Smilla. Central, though, Breezy round the side of Yukio. Now it's just Violent Panda at the back. Breezy cannot get it over the top.
Smilla, nice turn up against Yukio. Gets a touch there. Hibbs going to bring this one out. Looks for the pass to Breezy. Breezy trying to get it out. No, knocked away. An offense. Majority of the pressure. As I was saying, that a little bit of pressure there from Dignitas finally, but it has been all Singularity. 7 shots to 4. No real threats coming onto the net of Singularity. So Dignitas hasn't been able to get it together defensively, but they also are having problems right now. They're struggling to get out of their own half and really make any kind of threatening play on the net.
That was close, though. The 3-man passing play nearly comes in, but the final shot wasn't able to be connected with. Now Panda, chance to connect off the ceiling, will beat out the defender, goes high. Opportune for Godsmiller as Yukio turns away off that, sends it to the opposite wing, but again, going for a pass to the opposite side of the pitch and easily being able to be intercepted. Yoras now, chance to get it central. Breezy, though, great weight in net. Can take it away. And as I said, I wanted to see these passes coming in at better times and not just because you can pass. And Singularity, credit to them, they are stopping pretty much every single chance we've seen Dignitas have a goal-scoring opportunity, and they have shut Dignitas down. Singularity playing a much better game than we've seen previously, at least in this series.
Yeah, and it all goes to kind of what you were saying there, where they're passing because they can rather than it being something that's going to catch the opponent off guard.
Yeah.
And because they know that passes are coming, they're just jamming the lanes. They're jamming the lanes or just meeting the guy with the ball, getting in his face so that he doesn't have that option to make the clean pass, which is just stopping them from having any kind of offensive pressure.
But game number 1 will fall to Singularity. A token goal for Yukio will bring Dignitas within 1. 0 seconds, though, will stop them from winning the match. Scotsman did air dribble it back towards his own net, in all fairness. So Yukio at least showing that he has got that shooting ability previously. With his last shot, he did hit the crossbar right at the start of the game. So a confidence booster in garbage time, meaning that Dignitas did not go goalless in our first match of this series. And do we see Dignitas as a team that can wrestle anything more than a 0-3 performance against Singularity?
If this continues, no, they need to make changes. Something has to change. The defense is open. There's a lot of times where there's open nets. Yes, they held them to 2, but there was a lot of opportunities that were kind of missed opportunities that could have been capitalized on by Singularity. Hibbs had one that he could have walked in, ended up having a flip where he landed on the wrong side of the ball, just a misplay by him. So there's a lot of other threatening situations that factors not on the Dignitas side ended up creating the situation that the ball didn't go in. It was mistakes on the side of Singularity. So until they can get defense together, I don't have any faith.
Well, hopefully the Dignitas boys do have a bit more faith in themselves to get some goals in this series. They are going to need it against the Singularity team that is looking pretty decent in the standings as well. Singularity are currently sitting in 17th and Dignitas in 12th. So a bit of a mid-table clash that we're seeing right now, but first chance going towards Singularity.
Already, yeah, and having to make the shadow defense play for that ball to come back. Nobody actually in net to make a good clear, so they're having to try to do these clears off their backboard. Seeing that open net already in the opening 30 seconds is not a feel-good moment for Dignitas, at least from the viewer perspective.
Panda, though, now down towards Yukio, who just misses it. Can get that second less standard touch, which did kind of catch the Singularity defense off guard. I think he meant it a huge amount, but regardless, got to take it when they come to you. Yukio, fake challenging. Maybe should have gone for a full challenge, but after Scotsman got bumped by Yukio, Hibbs can save it away. Panda now maintaining that offense. Yora's destroying Smiller on his own goal line, but Yukio cannot maintain that pressure. Panda securing the secondary demo on Smiller as well to keep him off the pitch even longer. Yora's with the musty, cannot get the double tap, but Hibbs removed from the pitch. And decent chances coming for Dignitas. Yet to score, but certainly winding up for good opportunities.
Yeah, currently the offensive rotation has been really strong. They're getting somebody back to midfield, so there's someone there for these clears. They typically have 2 from there, one sitting in mid, one sitting on either the right or left wall, depending on which way the ball is going, and they're covering that midfield, and this is where they can make up. You're struggling defensively on your end when the ball gets down there. If you can control the midfield and just have a really solid offensive rotation with some passes like that, now you're opening up opportunities and you're stretching them thin right now. You can see the defense getting spread out. Yukio going to get a bunch to bite. Open net. Violent Panda going to get the touch. Breezy, last second, going to get in there, makes that save. But this is what we need to see from Dignitas. If you're going to fail in one area, you need to dominate in the other 2. And currently, both offense and midfield belongs to them.
None. The defense as well has not even been pushed whatsoever for Dignitas, because they've just kept all of this offense on Singularity's side. Now Yukio from the back gets bumped out the way, but Yoris can fill in. Yoris trying to get over the top of the defender as well. Launched high, but nobody there equal to it. Breezy now, chance to give Singularity a little bit of the play. Yoris corner, the double tap. Does take Hibbs out of the play, but nobody linking up in the middle. Yukio sending it to the wing, and Panda filling in. Great passing play between the 2. Unconventional, but effective shot on target now.
Oh,
and
there we
it
go.
will be Yukio sending it in for the first goal in game 2.
A bit of a rough situation here. And Godsmilla, he decided to actually take a moment. He could have been back. He thought that the mid boost was going to come up, and he ended up just kind of circling on the mid boost for a couple extra seconds there. Had he just gone for the pennies and just drove it in, picked up the small pads, I think he would have been back to make that save. So I'm going to put that one on him. He should have been back for that.
And Yukio, though, with a really good shot. Does get under the crossbar, puts in an awkward position for the defense. And will obviously be credited for that goal. But yeah, I mean, a couple of things to work on for Singularity in that regard. Hibbs wanting to get some offensive pressure, but Panda just waiting him out. We'll let him land and then go for the challenge on the bottom. Smiller challenging with Yoras, but Hibbs comes in. And Panda moves out of the way. Hibbs with a ground pinch. And then a demolition. Chance, Breezy wide. And Panda, can you get this central towards a waiting Yukio? No, Hibbs is there. Hibbs now will pass it into the middle. Smiller with a catch. Tries to get the back flip as well, but does not land. And scrappy play in the back third for Dignitas. Singularity, not many chances. Now they have the offense.
Yeah, Dig's been doing pretty well here. The defense, little scrappy back there, but they're still holding midfield. They're winning the battle right now. We're talking 7-3. They're out shooting them over 2-1. This is what Dig needs to do. This is what gets me excited to watch Dig, is when they get control like this and they stretch that defense, and you can see that the rotation, offensively, everything, the whole timing and rhythm of Singularity has been thrown off since that whole opening sequence. They haven't looked like the team that we just watched in the previous match since that point.
Yeah, both these teams are switching up the roles that they had. Singularity previously so offensive, and this time we're seeing Dignitas take that on, and Yora's nipping in front of the defender to secure goal number 2. Under 20 seconds left. This one, a pass from Yukio. Fantastic positioning from both players to link up for that goal.
Insane touch from Yukio. The control there to drop it back. It's a lot of times you see those, they end up being kind of a 90-degree cut in field. He ends up getting that angled, knows where his teammate is, gets the momentum coming back towards his teammate to allow him to have a better opportunity to beat that defender out, and it does just that. So great placement, great decision on that pass by Yukio, and he's going to come in, pounds another one in, and the offense and the pressure of Dignitas finally showing up here as they piece things together. Maybe this is what Verge was talking about. This is getting better the longer this series is going on.
And all they're doing is playing a basic game. They've basically dropped any pretense that they're a passing team, that they have an affinity for sending the ball to each other. They're not. That's not what they're about right now, and it is doing them so much good. They're not now thinking, okay, he's middle, I have to pass. They're now just thinking, let's just try and create goal-scoring opportunities. Whether it is a pass, a double tap, a flip reset, whatever it is, let's play simply. And we know that all of the skill on Dignitas will allow them to take down a lot of teams in that regard. Maybe they had just got themselves into their own head and they overcomplicated a relatively simple and effective game that they can play.
Yeah, this for me, the simplicity gameplay. This is one of those things that shows that it's not. Yes, mechanics are important, but knowing the game, clean rotations, having the coverage on the field won them that game. That was a positioning, rotation. That was playing clean Rocket League. That is what won that game, and that proves that you don't necessarily have to have all of the flashiness to play at this level. Clean passing plays like the touch from Yukio will win you games. Definitely.
Now Singularity, they're looking to win their second game, as are Dignitas, as we come into game number 3. And Singularity not looking too bad in that last matchup, in all fairness, but Dignitas just showing a side that they've not shown for a good while, where they are just playing Rocket League. It's almost as if it's just silent matches, where they're just like, look, well, we can't call out passes, so let's just see where our teammates are. And if they're in a good position, I'll reward them by handing the ball off over towards them. But Singularity looking to take this game. Now Breezy and Hibbs both linking up on that left-hand side. That boost spawn for Breezy being very fortuitous. Panda with space and time Sends it over towards Yoris. Gets challenged by Godsmiller. Yukio central. Sends it high. Hibbs at the back. And Panda immediately going for that challenge as well. It's on those chances that it's relatively low risk, but if he gets it, that's a near guaranteed goal. So taking a lot more offensive opportunities by being aggressive.
Yora's going to try and clear that one out. Got Smilla now trying to bring it in. Violent Panda there. They're getting good clears. They're not really letting the offense get going still of Singularity. As I say that, though, Breezy just going to pound one in from the midfield.
Sometimes that's all it takes. Panda slipping back into that mentality of, I'm on a side, so I'm going to get this central because there's probably a player there. There wasn't. Yukio had just been demoed.
Yep. The demo really kind of opened that up. It forces the two that are already forward to have to try and cut and make it in on that ball. They're not going to be able to catch it on the way back. You can see that he's coming straight at it. You have to try and make that cutoff. Unable to do it. Yora's trying to do the same thing there as he tries to send in a, my favorite word that I've ever learned from Stacks, the worm burner.
Worm burner.
A worm burner. That's literally my favorite like regular sports term that I've been told.
I'm going to be honest, there might not be a term out there that I hate more. So
No?
we
You
are.
hate that?
I absolutely despise it. Yeah, I really hate it. But you do you, man. If you wanna say worm burner, you go ahead and say worm burner. I'm not going to control
It's
that.
just a funny word, man. I can't like.
Yeah, it sounds awful.
I appreciate it for the comical side of it, you know?
I think I just don't like the idea of a poor little worm sticking his head out and getting burned by a baseball. It just seems mean to me.
This is not game related. Oh, Breezy gonna sneak one in. Just barely over the top of the defense here. And really, they're making the plays from downfield, midfield. They're waiting. I can't even say that the players are super overcommitted downfield.
No.
Yukio was still in his half, but just the power on Breezy to get that one out there.
There was power and positioning, because there's not many positions there that would have meant Yukio couldn't get to the ball. That was absolutely unsavable from Yukio's position, and it was from Breezy's own corner. I mean, call that positioning, or that shot positioning rather, as lucky as you like. It was on target, and it was pretty much perfect.
Yeah. For the sake of chat, I'm going to ask you a question here because I love asking people food questions. How do you feel about pineapple on pizza? Oh, Breezy with the save.
Now, I'm not super keen on fruit, but I tried pineapple on pizza because I hadn't tried it before, but I like making my own pizza. Tried it. If it's with something salty, it's absolutely incredible. Really, really
There we go.
like
Pineapple
it.
belongs on pizza, guys.
Big fan, 100%. Yeah.
Same way, that's 2 for 2, so it's fact now.
Yeah.
It's fact. It's fact.
I mean,
Chat, the
I also
discussion's
like
over.
honey on pizza, so, Yeah, that's right. I'll
All
throw
right.
the spanner in the works.
Back to the game here.
Honey
Godsmilla.
on a pizza crust is so good.
Couldn't get it.
Honey pizza crust is good.
I've derailed this. I should have never looked over at chat. I shouldn't have done it.
That's fair. Singularity now, though, leading with under 90 seconds remaining. 2 goals are in their favour. Yukio on that right-hand wing. Sends it to Yora, sends it high. Yukio with the third touch. But Breezy from his goal line can keep it away. Passing plays coming out now and looking scary.
Dignitas hasn't been able to find that timing and rotation that they had in that game 2. They haven't been able to control the midfield. And really the 2 goals that have come kind of unfortunate situations for them. Demo in the backfield for one of them, opened a net from the midfield, and then Breezy had that second one where he just kind of boomered it from the corner and was able to sneak it out and over the defense. Dignitas, this has got to be aggravating for them after the performance that they just had in the last round to then get shut out in this manner. They need a goal here. Just something to feel good.
Breezy saves it away, and Smiller removes Yoris from the pitch. Breezy slowing that game down, gets the musty. Very mechanical player is Breezy. Not quite at Yoris' level, but I believe has shown it more in this matchup. Smiller taking the pop shot at Violent Panda just to run seconds down on the clock. Yoris sends it long. Hibbs on the goal line, though. Latest addition to the Singularity roster has done a fantastic job of giving Singularity a new, fresh lease of life. Yoris keeps it high. Smiller sends it to the corner, and that will pretty much be on the floor. Singularity taking game number 3. And now they are on series point. Could be going through to a 2-1 result and then playing for the stage 2 that will be occurring tomorrow. Because we're in a very, very compressed week for EU. All of the regional is happening this week, guys. There's a lot going on. But yeah, that was, I think, somewhat disheartening for Dignitas. But my advice to them would be, don't change up how you're playing. If anything, go more basic.
Yeah, go more basic, and I think they just need to speed up a little bit there. Singularity cranked their speed up just a touch there in the midfield. And again, Dignitas still actual possession time. If I had the stats, and I'll have to look at it on ball chasing later, but I'm going to assume that the possession time was theirs. They got 9 shots to 5, but the issues came in catching them out of position and one with a demo. So really, I think the defensive hold of Singularity ended up winning that one for them. Dignitas just couldn't piece what they were getting in Game 2 together there in Game 3.
Hoping to have speed on their side are Dignitas now then, as Godsmiller is going to be taking this away from his own backboard. As that third game was very much in favour of Singularity, passing off control every single time, these teams. But wanting Game 5 are Dignitas. Now Panda tries to go high, ends up going low. Yukio beating out Smiller. Speed coming out this time. Got a last series, or last match rather. Smiller probably would have got it over the top, but Yukio showing that he can still be fast. Panda going aerially. Nobody challenging. Yukio comes into match, and then Breezy from his goal line. Now, I think relatively open at the back, and not the opportunity, nor the boost. Good chance
what a touch
now.
there from Hibbs.
Yeah, that was a lovely touch.
A great one to kind of keep just a little bit of time there. I'm not sure if it was intentional or not, but ends up keeping possession for them. Got Smilla going to come up into the corner. Hibbs just ahead of him. Breezy is going to commit here, looking to hit that into the top corner. Yukio, though, I didn't even see him there. It's hidden in the wall. The orange tag disappeared. He's a chameleon.
Just over a minute has gone. Nobody scoring just yet, and not even too many opportunities either. We've seen a single shot come out for Breezy so far. That's saved away by Yukio. Panda sending that sentry towards Yoras to then give him the opportunity to take it away. But Smiller, chance for a double tap, does not take it. Yukio, that left-hand wall. Not enough boost to go, and Yoras and Yukio both committing for that ball, and then neither end up going. Just means that there was a free touch for Singularity. Doesn't lead to a goal, but does lead to a little bit of confusion in the Dignitas camp.
Bit of a double commit here. Got Smilla, Hibbs, awkward. Getting it over 2 of them as the double commit comes out from Dignitas as well. Yukio trying to clear this one out in the middle, hoping that yours would be able to come up and get a piece of it. Violent Panda looking for the flick out to the side. Yukio not there. And possession back into the midfield here for Dignitas, but taken over by Singularity. Still 0-0 as we get under 3 minutes left.
Yora's being rushed into taking that save there, as well as Violent Panda does it straight into the ceiling in his own back half. Yora's with 100 boost steal, but then gets demolished. That 100 boost now will be going to nobody. Singularity can't have it. Nobody can. Yora's chance, and the bomb by Yukio open! For Violent Panda to secure goal number 1 just over halftime.
Great touch there. Great touch there from Yoras. Ends up getting Hibbs to bite. It's close enough that Hibbs has to jump. It's going to be hard to tell if that one's going in. Catches just behind him. Hibbs just a little too far forward. It opens it up to get out into the open. And Dignitas coming back here. Up 1-0. We could be going to a Game 5.
That bump from Yukio as well, just taking the defender out of the game, was good. The goal wouldn't have gone in without it. So Yukio, big praise there.
Ooh, the bump.
But the bump
Breezy
in return.
Violent Panda. He doesn't want any of that. He's just going to clear that one out. Nobody back. They're going to need to rotate. Looks like Yukio's going to commit for the corner to come out and try and make a pass back, I guess, there. I think he had an opportunity to probably take that one through. Tries to get the read off the corner. Can't find it. This one should drop back. Violent Panda going to bring it out. Opens up for Godsmilla. And Yoras clears to Yukio. Ooh, nice clear. Anybody back? Breezy's there.
Yukio has performed best, I think, from this roster, considering the way that we've seen him play previously.
You gotta sink that.
As there was nearly a goal when Yukio is not involved as well. But yeah, that should have been a goal for Dignitas again. We should be looking at a 2-0.
Yeah, you've got to hit those. That's an open net. Those are the ones that you don't want to watch on the VOD. I don't need to see it. I already know it's wrong. Just skip this few seconds. I don't want to watch it again.
Unless it was a Violent Panda that took the shot, because Yoros went for the demo. Panda should have been told that there was a demo coming in, and if he was told that, I imagine the shot would have been a lot lower, a lot more central, and not quite as much of a sling slanger. Oh, but Yukio with goal number 2.
There we go. They will get that 2-0 here. Yukio off the ceiling to himself. Gonna end up beating out Hibbs. Shoots it low. Hibbs looking for that ball to come high. Second defender can't get enough of a touch on it. Yukio gets the second goal.
I was saying that I thought Yukio was the best performing player on Dignitas today, and I still think he is. He has had a low trend of form recently. I'd say he is typically the not quite as capable player on the Dignitas roster out of everybody that they do have. And I think it's a hard sort of truth to accept sometimes on a team, but I think he has been lackluster, and I think he can offer a lot more. This series, though, he has definitely been the most competent player, but Hibbs looking to be very competent on the side of Singularity, as the defense from Dignitas is just rushed.
That touch from Hibbs, all the speed in the world. It looks like it's going to be a really fast hit, and it's going to be a banger on net. Defender jumps to try and cover that. Hibbs does a backflip to get just enough of a touch to sneak it into that bottom corner. Ends up sending the ball off speed. Catches the defender out. Great shot, great pass play, but open net. Violent Panda, he's going to clap back immediately. 3-1. We've still got a 2-goal lead. The door, just a sliver, just a hair open here, but 16 seconds left. I do imagine we will be seeing a Game 5.
Yeah, very odd positioning from everybody on Singularity there. Just nobody back at all. Breezy was in the opposite net. Or maybe it was Hibbs, I couldn't quite see. So, yeah, odd positioning, but chance is being taken by
Door's
Dignitas.
100% closed. It's gone.
Yeah,
slammed shut. It was a metal door. They closed it, and they welded it shut. The door doesn't exist anymore. It is gone. It is a wall. We will be going to Game 5.
Game number 5 is going to be on the cards. Definitely on the cards, as Violent Panda want to sing that to the floor. But as I was saying, yeah, Yukio, he's had a downtrend. No longer. It looks like he has come out. He is playing a much more confident game. He's always had... He's got, I think, some of the most obvious car body language, where when he isn't playing confidently and when he is not happy and comfortable in a series, you can just tell how much more rigid he is playing, where his rotations are so much more robotic and so much more just solid, but in a bad way, where he will not move an inch out of place because he's so scared of putting a foot wrong, so he does not want his confidence to be rocked. And when he is playing confidently, he is flowing so smoothly around the pitch, and it's an absolute wonder to just spectate. And he's looking much better going into that 4th game, but 5th game is where dreams will be made and nightmares will be formed, because Dignitas and Singularity both on 2 here. Whoever wins this goes through to play another 2-1 team, and whoever loses goes through to play another 1-2 team.
Yeah, that team is going to be very sad, as they will be forced to have to win 2 series in a row to stay in and qualify for Stage 2. Not a situation beginning of season, you ask me. Not a situation I see for these teams. They would have been teams that, I expected to be in situations of 3-1s, not going to Game 5s time and time again throughout these regionals. I just didn't quite expect this level of play. I was expecting higher levels. So I do want to go back for just a moment to what you're talking about, Yukio. I do believe that that was actually 100% right. Yukio is definitely the best looking player currently on the Dignitas side. He is the one kind of setting up and facilitating everything. He's also the guy that's coming in. Yeah, in this series, yes. I'm not saying overall. Right now, you take Yukio off the pitch, or you have Yukio having an off day, this game is over. This would not go this way. Yukio seems to be the guy that's stepping up since the last series that they just went through, that's keeping them alive here, and he's creating opportunities. He's making these kind of touches off the ceiling there. Yora's not able to sneak it in, but he's been making creative use of the ceiling again, and it's clean play. He's just looking for that, I can hit it here, I'm going to hit it accurately, and I'm going to catch defenders out. And that's winning them and keeping them in the series. Not winning the series, keeping them in the series.
Now Hibs are wanting to win this series for Singularity. Edge was over the top. Breezy with a shot on. Now Smiller with a shot. Very weak. Breezy wanting just to get a solid 50. Doesn't manage to, and pinched away by Hibs and Yoras combined. Yukio keeps it central. Breeze now from that backboard. Nobody challenging from Dignitas. Really would have been a good idea just to try and get a nose on it, but they're not able to.
Those touches are things that Dig does so well. Yukio gonna find an open net as Hibs and Godsmilla, I think, both went for corner boost there.
I think so.
Yeah. Hibs is coming for it. Godsmilla turns back through the corner. He was expecting Godsmilla to beat Yukio there at the wall, and he didn't, which ends up just giving them an open net. Hibs should have been there.
Tell you what Yukio did so well there is that he had the chance to either roll it up the wall or bounce it hard off that side wall. And Smiller had no idea which one he was going to do. If he rolled it up the wall, Smiller's in a great position. Because he didn't, and because Yukio ended up hitting it out on the wall to then set himself up for the pass, it meant that both players were out of position. So again, another great solo play from Yukio to give Dignitas the lead. And now we approach half time. Singularity needing a goal to stay in it.
Yeah, and again, Hibs should have, in that situation where Hibs was at, he's the guy that needs to be there, and he is this time, but he's the guy that should have been in net. As you said, there was two options there, roll it or hit it out hard. You have one person in position to cover the roll. That means Hibs has to cover the other spot, and he chose to go boost over cover the hole, and that's what ended up leading to that goal. That gave a freebie to them, and right now, that's a little scary considering the possession time that they've had, and what a touch from Breezy, but an even better save from Violent Panda, keeping Dignitas with the 1-0 lead. I thought we were about to see that one tie up.
I was hoping we'd see that one in a replay, to be honest, because that was very clutch. But under 2 minutes, Singularity still without a goal. Breezy trying to break down that welded metal door. Not able to just yet. Hibs on the right-hand side will get it to Panda and does also score that boost steal, but none of his teammates up to challenge. Breezy with a great send wide and another boost steal by Hibs, trying to get that boost management game going. Yukio gets his jump swallowed by that corner ramp. Now Panda can send it high and central. Yoras inserting touchdown. Gives Panda a solo play opportunity. Who takes it by the horns? Violent Panda. The second goal, that pass from Yoras, that is world-class Dignitas.
What a drop-down pass, and Violent Panda just makes them look silly. Cut right, cut left, put it in on that left post. Great play from Dignitas, and they're taking control of this series here up 2-0 in Game 5. Singularity, they're going to stay in this one, and they don't want to go to 1-2 where they're going to be stuck fighting for their tournament life. They need to make something happen, and they need it now.
Yoras and Panda not being happy that we said Yukio was the best performing player on the team. And hey, if we're sparking that fire within them, so be it. You're welcome, viewers. Yoras now taking it on the left wing to find Yukio. Exactly, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, we did that. We did that.
No problem at Dignitas.
You're welcome, Verge. We got you.
Panda and Yoras both committing on that, but Smiller keeps the pressure on Yukio, sending it long. 45 seconds remain. Will Singularity secure 2 goals. A terrifying feat.
Yoras is out there just driving around. I'm pretty sure he just took the side boost, both corner boosts on the far end, and then cut back and took that mid boost a second time and is now back in their face where he's taking the corner again.
Oh, Yoras.
Yoras is eating all of the boost in the world off of this pitch right now. And I think this one is just about over. Violent Panda almost in. What is happening?
It's just bullying!
What is going on?
Yoras bullies that ball finally after picking up about 1,000 boost in 30 seconds. Gets the touch off Hibs, bullies it into that bottom corner. Dignitas in Game 5 win it minimum 3-0. Much better performance coming out from the boys. Singularity, though, looking pretty much stunted in this final game. They had 4 shots in total, couldn't send any of them in the back of the net. Yukio starting to step up throughout that series. It ramped up, and then Violent Panda and Yoras finally joining the party fashionably late.
Oh, man, that series, one, I didn't think we were going to get a game 5. Game 1 came in, I was like, this, I don't know if we're going to get a good series here. This one might be a little lackluster, but as Dignitas started piecing it together, we started seeing a little bit of a back and forth battle. Yep. It started getting entertaining. It was one, and not necessarily in the sense that we saw insane plays time and time again or anything, but you kind of watched good Rocket League happen. You watched the rotations. You could see the changes in Dignitas and what they were doing from match to match. So it was a cool storyline to follow and watch that occur.
Yeah, Dignitas stepping up in the end. Brought it to Singularity, who, if I were to give my predictions for that matchup, I probably would have said Singularity win. They've just come off a win. It was a close win. It was a very, very hard-fought win, but they managed to do it. Dignitas, are you confident that they're going to make it through to stage 2, because they now have 2 lives left. They've got 1 more win and they make it.
I don't know. They started to piece it
confident
together
about Dignitas, which is a horrifying prospect.
I am not yet. There were still issues on the backfield. If they can maintain the good rotations, that's going to work. It's going to depend on their matchups. It's going to be really heavy on the matchup. You're playing against Singularity, which again we kind of hold in that, I don't know, 7 to 12 spot. They kind of float around in that mid area there, and so does Dignitas. So they played somebody that I would call at their level currently. So it depends on the situations of who else is going to be there. Let me take a look real quick before we kick it back and we can make a decision. But let's see who else is 2-1. So right now, S2V Esports, Libertas. So those are both decent matchups for them. So it looks like they may get a decent matchup. I've got a little bit more faith in Dignitas now that I'm looking at who else is 2-1. Yeah. Now there is an opportunity here where you end up getting, Giants. That wasn't 2-1 a second ago, so that series just ended. Giants is a different situation. So now it's a luck of the draw. I don't know that Dignitas could take out Giants.
And also, just to take a step back from our series we just watched, Oxygen go through 3-0. Oxygen are playing well in regionals and not just the grid? What? Oh my gosh. They ended up beating Giants 3-1 in that final match to get through. Fair play. I'm very much on the team that I would like to see, to be honest, Oxygen just, do terribly and then win the grid, because I think that is such a good statement for the grid if the top team ends up making it through to the major. That would be so fun, right?
I would love for that to happen, because at the start of the season I was like, there's no way that happens, right? Like the team's winning the grid, the team's doing well they have to be doing well in the regional, right? Because it's everything's like one after the other. It feels like you're going to get more consistency out of the teams. They're playing every day. But not the situation. We may actually get to see that.
Yeah, not this time. Oxygen doing better than we thought, as are Dignitas. So they have got another chance, but we'll be back after the break, guys. If you have a thought about what you think is going to happen in our matchup after the break with Liquid and Triple Trouble, it's going to be a good one. Make sure you let us know on Twitter using the hashtag RLCSX and also at RL Esports. We'd love to see what you think. We know there are thousands, hundreds of thousands of Liquid fans out there, and we know that, Tadpole's family are watching as well. So let us know what you think. We'll be back after this short break.